Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to do a really easy fix-up. So what I have here is an Amazon fan takeover Hulk Hogan, which is a fantastic figure. But the one thing I don't like is how small the arms are on this figure. I do realize like this is kind of the later part of his WWF run, and he was a little leaner, but I'd really like this to be my definitive 80s Hulk Hogan. So what I have here is an Elite 96 Hulk Hogan, and what we're going to do is we're going to swap the head, the chain of course, and the arms, and also these knee pads. These like kind of darker red knee pads I think are a little more accurate than the brighter ones that are on this figure. So let's go ahead and get started. To start, you're just going to need some kind of container like we got here and some boiling water. And if you're worried about putting your figures in boiling water, don't worry. We're not going to leave them in for very long, and they're certainly not going to melt. I know myself, I was pretty nervous the first time I did it, but my recommendation is, just grab yourself a cheap figure, do it for yourself, and see how easy it is, and you'll be customizing in no time. I'll be right back with some hot water. All right, we got some hot water. Myself, I usually just use the kettle, and I kind of take the kettle off once it starts to steam. But to be honest, if you were to let it go right to a rolling boil, you're not going to hurt it. As I said, we're not leaving these figures in for very long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the stuff off that I know is easy to get off. And go ahead and throw this guy in the bath. All right, it's probably been about 30 seconds or so. We'll go ahead and take this guy out and see if he comes apart easy. If anything feels like you're really stressing it, don't risk it. Just throw him back in the hot water for a few seconds and try again. But for the most part, the stuff should come off fairly easily. Now remember, the arms here, we're just pulling them off like basically right at the bicep, because the Elites and the Ultimates do have different shoulders here. See, these boots are a little tough to get off, so I'm going to go ahead and throw them back in. We'll come back in a few seconds. All right, we'll try again, see if we can get these boots off a little easier. Knee pads I find can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes there's like a little nub on the back that kind of keeps the knee pad in the knee joint there. So you kind of gotta, I don't know if you can see that, you kind of gotta pull that out. All right, now we have our base torso. We'll set that guy there, and we'll go ahead and get this Elite 96 in the water as well. All right, we'll go ahead and give this a try. Now I can never remember with these knee pads which is the left or right, so whenever I take them on a figure and they're going right on another figure, I make sure I set them aside and know which one's which. All right, now we have this base figure which can go in our scrap pile. I definitely will keep those parts in case I ever decide to put the Amazon Hogan back together or sell on Marketplace or something like that. So I throw these pieces back in. That one's my left, or my right one, sorry, and this is my left. The knee pads don't take that long to soften up. They are kind of a pain to put back on though. Looking much better already. Now the boots, these are the ultimate boots because they have the additional toe point there. And if you just look at the bottom, you can tell which is the left and which is the right. Here's how he looks so far. Now for his arms, you just kind of got to look. You can see they're flat on the inside and there's a little bit of a bulge on the outside. So this will be this arm here. You'll tell if you put them, you can tell if you put them on backwards, they'll look funny. And they're easy enough to take off and switch around now that you know how. All right, it's looking good so far. I'm gonna throw this head in here. Never hurts. If you've ever broken a neck joint, you'll know why. Throw the chain on him here. See, that goes on nice and easy. Now let's have a look. Now to me, the torso is still a little bit small, but these arms look much better. The other thing, there is a little bit of a gap in these arms, and it was the same on the other Ultimate Hogan. Just something that Mattel did, but this looks a million times better, I think, than the original Amazon. So if you like this video, go ahead and drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on for some more fix-ups, customs, behind the scenes. Thanks for watching.